everyone. Welcome to FDT Student Interview Series. I'm Kathy Chenna, the Director of Admissions. And with me today is Anya Martin-Prashad. She is going to be talking to us about all things debate and maybe a little bit more. I hear that you love skateboarding and you're learning these amazing different languages, Korean and French. That is very different than learning, for example, French and Spanish. So why did you choose Korean?
I mean, it really started with, I kind of just got into it. One of my friends was listening to K-pop and she showed me, and I discovered it's just this really beautiful language. And, my other friends are in Japanese. So that kind of had me just, say, okay, well, why not? Why not just learn it? Just go for it. I have already learned French in school. So to have another language, I thought it'd be really, really cool. So that's how I chose it. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. And you like to sort of think of yourself as a lifelong learner. Tell me what that means, because how old are you?
I'm only 14.
Yeah. So how much lifelong learning have you done?
Well, I meant more so to learning outside of school. I enjoy it so much, as you can tell. I'm learning a language outside of school. I like to do extra math, extra sciences. It's just that notion of I want to learn all my life. I want to continue this journey. I want to continue my journey with debating and with all these amazing things. So yeah, that type of just I really want to learn outside of the curriculum or the education that I currently have in schools.
Yeah, I feel like you'd be one of those students also that in your adult years and even as a mature student, you'd still want to be learning, taking courses and just always like just putting things into your brain, because I think you crave that. You love learning. So that's fantastic. Tell us what you like about debate.
Oh, so what I really love about debate is the way it has you think. It introduced a whole new way of thinking to me, and it's almost really difficult to explain, but it embodies like a lot of critical thinking and thinking, those types of aspects. And I used to be very shy, and I would stutter, stumble on my words, and debating had me really like learn how to organize and structure my ideas so that
Mhm.
people can listen, people can persuasive, so I can be persuasive when I'm talking, so I can really get to people in all kind, like in everyday life as well.
Yeah,
So
it is the formal way to argue, isn't it? So hopefully you're making inroads at home when you're trying to persuade your parents to maybe get you that pet or do something a little extra that they don't want you to do. How long have you been debating, Anya? Tell us.
just under 2 years. I started in summer of 2020, I believe. And
Right. And have you attended any tournaments yet?
yeah, I do them with my school. My most recent one was provincials, and I'm really excited because my team and I, well, my teammate and I qualified for nationals. So
Amazing.
yeah, I'm really excited about that. I think that'll be the first really large scale tournament that I'm going to. So I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, so I chose you as one of our students to interview because you don't live in British Columbia. Can you tell our audience where you're from and where you attend school?
I am from Montreal, which is why I'm close to fluent in French. I had to
Yes.
learn school. I go to a bilingual school, Lower Canada College in Montreal.
Okay, fantastic. Great to have you. In addition to that, what other things has debate helped you in? Are you finding that it's elevated any of your grades? Do you find they're doing better in English, for example, or maybe you're doing better in social studies?
I feel like it wasn't much of a problem like these essays that I had to write before, but it's definitely given me like a lot more confidence when writing these things. Like,
Mhm.
I would take a longer time writing them, or I'd need a bit more help when doing it. But as I said before, it's just debating has helped me organize my ideas in a more logical fashion. So it's much easier now.
That's really great to hear. Um, do you have any idea what you want to do when you get older, like where you want to attend school, maybe, or what profession you'd like to enroll yourself in?
Well, I mean, I remember we talked about that I'm a lifelong learner. So there's not really this one thing that I want to do, but I might want to do law in school because I for sure want to pursue debate. I
Mhm.
came to love it actually. It
Right.
became my passion. So definitely something that would have me use my debating outside of just the debate world.
Right, right. That's great. Could be politics too. You never know. What would you say some of your challenges have been when it comes to debating?
I mean, there's I'm at a stage where I realize that I'm competent in some things, but there's always like more to push for. I feel like right now it's about prioritizing kind of what arguments go where, like being
Mm,
better at that kind of strategy. Like, what responses do you want to deliver here, or what arguments are you going to push forward or prioritize? Like those types of things, just getting down to the nuance of everything. I feel like that's something I struggle with right now, but I'm working on it.
right. How do you think that debate can help you in the future?
Oh, I definitely think that it can help anybody, any profession. To me personally, I think it can help me, as I said, anywhere. I mean, you brought up the example of just debating with parents at dinner table to get you something. And I think that, everyday life can benefit from debate. Even if somebody doesn't want to become a lawyer, they can still use debating in other places. It's really
Mhm.
something that can be used anywhere in life.
Right, that is very true. What would you say to people that are thinking about maybe getting into debate, not they're not quite confident yet, and they haven't, they're just on the fence? Because you have a younger brother, right?
No, older sister.
Older sister, I'm sorry. Okay, okay. So pretend you had a younger brother, or you have some friends and your family friends, or the kids are younger. What would you sort of say to them if they're thinking about it but they're a bit nervous?
I mean, I can share a personal experience and I'd tell them that I was scared to do it before. I was honestly on the fence, but I did it anyways and I came to love it. So I just say, you've got to do it. You got to stick to it because I didn't think I would actually end up loving it, but you got to try it. And I think it's extremely beneficial. So even if you're scared, the nerves will only last a few months. I can tell.
Yes, yes, exactly. Now, and I know that in debate, we have prepared rounds and we have impromptu rounds. And both are very different because one, you're going in with a piece of paper or a case that you've been preparing for weeks. And the other one, they're giving you a topic on the spot. You might have 20, 30 minutes to prepare. Which one do you like better?
That's a little bit of a tough question. I don't know if I have kind of a preference with the two. Impromptu is always really fun because it's on the spot. You're creating these arguments just right there with your partner in a set amount of time, 15 minutes, and then you're going and delivering them. So it's a bit less comfortable, but I feel like that makes it more fun. And I feel
Mhm.
like that with prepared rounds, you're more confident. You kind of know what you're talking about. You've done the research. So it's just the difference between what I'm more comfortable with. But I find anything, just as long as I'm debating, I'm happy.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. I love to hear your success stories. I'm so excited. When things happen to you like that, please share them with us. Please send us an email because we like to celebrate all of the students that we have in BC or Ontario, Montreal. It doesn't matter to us. So I'm so excited that you're going to nationals because that's a huge, huge feat. In addition to that, do you have any final thoughts that you might want to share with our viewers?
Well, I just want to thank everybody at FDT, just everybody who made the journey possible for me. The first ever debate class I took was with FDT.
Yes.
It totally shaped me and how I did debate. And I have to say, everybody at FTC is so kind and compassionate. The instructors are great. Everybody, the faculty staff, they're just amazing. So I'd highly recommend it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's so lovely. I skipped the first question about whether you're shy or outgoing because we all can see that, I was surprised that you said that you were, you used to be maybe a little shyer and stammered, but debates really pushed you through that comfort zone and helped you build confidence. I always knew that from the very beginning when we talked 2 years ago that you were a very confident speaker just on the phone. So I appreciate you being here. We're talking to Anya today. She's a lifelong learner. She goes to school in Montreal. She knows French fluently. I can't say the word. And she's learning Korean because she thinks it's a beautiful language. Thank you so much for being here and enjoying your debate experience with us. And we really appreciate you having you as a student and everything else. So thanks so much for joining us on the show.